Jason Voorhees versus Michael Myers Part 3. In this showdown, I'm pitting tool belt Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, against Michael Myers from Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. This Jason they brought back from the grave after the Friday the 13th Part 5 Roy Burns debacle. This Michael was also brought back after the Halloween 3 Season of the Witch debacle. Both movies were released in the late 80s. I feel like this matchup is from the same era. They are similar in weight and height, as well as both returning from things the franchises tried that didn't go well. This is Zombie Jason Voorhees. He still has the olive green shirt and hockey mask, but has now picked up a tool belt and garden gloves. Michael Myers has also grown 4 or 5 inches from Part 2 and has gained over 50 pounds. Also, his mask is very different than previously. I feel this matchup will be a very good showdown for Part 3 of the Jason vs. Michael videos.
Welcome to killer content.
According to information I researched, Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th Part 6 Jason Lives is 6'3", his average weight 200 plus pounds. Michael Myers from Halloween 4 Return of Michael Myers is 6'2", and his weight average is 200 plus pounds. This fight would also take place in a small enclosed fighting arena, so the fight would be even with no advantages. This showdown would be determined by strength, endurance, fight IQ, speed, intimidation, who had the better kills in these movies, and who was stopped easier in these movies. Now let's get into this showdown. When it comes to strength, Jason edges this category. Michael is now able to crush skulls like Jason has been in the last few movies, and they both threw victims, but I feel like Jason did it with a little more ease. Michael Myers did throw Bucky, but not as far as Jason tossed Darren, the lost camp counselor. In a bout of road rage and a short game of chicken, in which Jason wins, Darren pulls out a gun and takes a shot at Jason. Jason was not at all impressed and puts a spear through him and tosses him over his shoulder like bullies threw nerds over their shoulders in the 90s over their lunch money. Jason also broke a liquor bottle with his fingers. He also put Nikki's face imprint in the side of a metal RV. Jason also punched Tommy's friend's heart through his chest and ripped off arms and heads throughout this movie in true superhuman fashion. Endurance irrefutably goes to Jason Voorhees. This time around, Michael is shot many times, but it actually stops him, unlike the previous Halloween movies, where gunshots tickled Michael's fanny. In Halloween 5, after being shot at the end of Halloween 4, it took Michael a long time to recover and he almost died. Now, Jason Voorhees is getting shot more times than your favorite rapper. In this matchup, Jason's endurance has been enhanced, while it seems Michael's has actually been downgraded. Jason is able to take shots and continue to walk around. Jason is now dead and actually a zombie, so he doesn't die by the normal means humans die by. Jason's endurance is better than Michael's this time around. Fight IQ clearly goes to Michael Myers. Michael has the higher IQ when it comes to fighting, as he is able on multiple occasions to take out multiple victims with guns at the same time. He was able to take out 3 armed police at the police station. He was also able to take out 3 people in the back of the truck, as well as the driver Earl that Jamie and Rachel were in. Jason was only able to take out multiple victims who were not armed with guns. Even when taking out police, he only did so in a one-on-one altercation. Michael being able to go head on into a confrontation with multiple armed opposers at the same time and leave as the victor shows he has offense in the fight as well as defense, showing he has the better IQ when it comes to fighting. Speed goes to Jason Voorhees. Even though Jason no longer runs in Jason Lives like he ran in Friday the 13th Part 2, 3, and 4, He is still faster than Michael Myers. Michael is still very slow. Jason wins this category again. Intimidation goes to Michael Myers. I've been a fan of both of these horror icons for decades, and I've always found Michael Myers more intimidating than Jason Voorhees. And with these two versions of both, I still feel the same. There's something about Michael that just feels intimidating. The way he slowly walks adds an intimidating factor to his movies. Up to this point in the Friday the 13th movies, I just haven't found Jason to be intimidating. If I was being chased by both of these slashers, I would be more intimidated by the slower Michael Myers. Not saying Jason isn't scary or deadly, just not intimidating. Michael easily gets my vote as being more intimidating. Who had the better kills? This would have to be a tie. From Michael putting his thumb through a guy's head, to pinning a bombshell to the wall with a shotgun barrel, to Jason folding Sheriff Garris like a laptop. Michael also threw Bucky into Transformers, electrocuting him to death. Jason punched Alan's heart out of his chest. Michael ripped Earl's face off. Jason also ripped off Sissy's head and used Paula Mott's blood in a cabin room for an art canvas. Jason did a triple decapitation. Michael ripped a police officer to pieces. Jason ripped off arms and speared 2 victims. Michael killed Sunday, an innocent dog, and broke Brady's neck. Both of these versions of Jason and Michael had plenty of great on-screen and off-screen kills. That's why this category was a tie. When it comes to who was stopped easier, this surely was Jason Voorhees. He was stopped after a wrestling match with Tommy in a boat. After having a chain attached to a huge ass rock wrapped around his neck, he was anchored to the bottom of Crystal Lake. He does drown Tommy, but Megan later revives him. Jason also grabs Megan, in which she turns on the boat, causing the propeller to give Jason his second iconic mask mark. Jason was outsmarted and overpowered by Tommy and stopped. Michael Myers, on the other hand, took a SWAT team shooting him before he was actually stopped. I know Jason was shot earlier, but that was not when he was initially stopped. Of these two versions, Jason was stopped easier than Michael Myers.
And the winner is...
This showdown takes place in a small arena, so there is no tricking Jason into the bottom of Crystal Lake. This is a fight between these two icons one-on-one. Michael had better fight IQ, but those were average guys with guns. Jason is an unstoppable killing machine. He is bigger, stronger, and can endure more physical damage than this Michael Myers can. Michael beats up on Jason in a very tough, close fight, but I think Jason barely edges this fight. Sorry, Michael, this is one night you don't come home. And that's who wins in this matchup between this Jason Voorhees and this Michael Myers.